Alright, so it's Glenn here from Vector Health. So today we're going to talk about a couple of things relating to the shoulder and the scapula. So in the body, you've got a continuum, mobility and stability, what's required. We'll focus right now on thoracic spine, scapula and shoulder joint. So the shoulder joint, for most athletes, you want it to be mobile. You've got this plane of motion, you've got this plane of motion, you can go here, you can go here, you've got all these circumduction, which is like the roundabouts movement, so to speak, of the shoulder. So a fast bowler overhead at speed, a swimmer overhead at speed, a bench presser, this range of motion is really important. So the shoulder joint itself here is about mobility. The scapula stabilises the shoulder joint. The thoracic spine, you want some mobility to let the scapula slide, so it glides like from here, glides to there, glides up in a stroke and down as you pull down, like in a chin-up action or something like that. In a bench press action, it pulls back. So traps have got to be switched on, lats have got to be switched on in unison. But if you switch your traps on vertically, you'll shrug. If you switch your lats on vertically, you'll pull down, and technically you'll switch off your traps because they work in unison or in contradiction to each other in that way. So what's really important is when we're doing exercises to promote scapular like rhythm, so the rhythm of going here to there like that. So we're going to, in that position here, an Arnold type press is starting from this internally rotated position and ending up in an externally rotated position, whilst all in mind keeping that you've got to be able to brace whilst doing all this work. There's no good in doing an Arnold press and doing this because we're not working the whole body together. In any strength activity, it's all about using the whole of the body to either stabilise or mobilise something. If you're not doing that, then you're not really achieving the whole overall objective of being stronger. You're making one part stronger and at the same time another part isn't working very well. So one of the exercises that we use in a simplistic context to try and promote internal to external rotation and the control of the scapula going forward or sliding forward and then sliding back is this like modified Arnold press. So in the stand-up position, from the front, in that position there, we're going to push. At the same time, we're going to rotate. We're going to hold that position at the top, and then we're going to come back down, hold, and up, rotate, hold, back, down. So what you can see is trying not to do this. So it's not working very well. There's no stability there. So it's working on stability just as much as strength. So stabilised well, up, movement's very clean, stabilised poorly, no core structure, no core control. You get up to there and it's very hard and you can see rib cage like jutting out. So what we want to see from the side is from here, neutral spine's maintained, there, back down, there, back down, and from the back you want to see that scapular rhythm maintained evenly on both sides. So if you get given that sort of thing in a program, the main thing is to remember the goal of the program. So there's a goal to provide strength in activity or mobility, stability in activity. It's more of a stability, mobility thing there. And if you're doing a strict military press, that is your strength aim because there's no rotation in that component and you're either going to do it in a neutral, semi-neutral or an externally rotated position in there. So, and that really depends on the athlete preference and whether they can actually hold this position. So that's something to think about when you're doing like anything to do with shoulder work is make sure that you're working on the little things and the ability to rotate and hold that control and that scapular rhythm as well as just working on brute strength. Any questions, feel free to message us on Facebook or give us an email. Thanks.